Welcome back, everyone. I'm O'Reilly, and this is episode. I don't even know what episode this is. It's like 20 something. I would just want to start out by saying thank you very much for everyone that's been watching and commenting. The series has, like, kind of, not taken off or anything, but it's been a lot more people watching, which I really, really appreciate, and I'm glad that a lot of people are enjoying this. So, and like I said before, I do want to upload more episodes, so I'm actually doing this right as today I'm going to be uploading the third episode of this week, and I'm recording more, so I don't know how much I'm going to get recorded today. It's still early in the morning. I will say that if you guys are hearing thunder and rain in the background, it's because it's like, which is weird because in Florida it's usually in the afternoon, everyone knows that, but for whatever reason, I got up and all of a sudden I hear thunder and rain, and that's been going on for like an hour now. But yeah, so that might be caught on the capture, I'm not sure. But it's early in the morning, and I do want to record some episodes. And like I said, I don't know how many I will get done this week. I'm going to try to do 3 at least again. And then hopefully, maybe I can even do more, because it's still, for me, usually, I will tell you guys, usually, because I upload every Friday and Saturday, right? So usually Wednesday or Thursday is when I record the episodes, but for me right now it's Sunday morning, so I still have like a lot of time, really, but I also am very busy this week, so we'll see. To kind of recap, we defeated Kamui, which was the wolf in the forest, and it was kind of weird because I didn't really get to explore the forest. Like, we were in the forest, but I didn't really explore that much, and I kind of wanted to, but then we also had people leave the group, so I'm like, do I really want to continue going, like, searching around, because I don't want to level up without having, so I'm just here, and we came to Milsaso, and I'm here in Daningrad, which has the Crystal Palace or whatever, and it has this very majestic like royal music, almost like it's very what's that word, like regal, I guess you could say. Yeah, and we're here, and we are on like pursuing Lloyd still, right? And he invited us to come here pretty much, and he told us to come here and you know, I guess fight him. I don't know, he just invited us to come here. And he has both of the other two. Oh, Bishop Dill. This is the guy that we heard about as well. He was the guy that kind of blesses everyone. It is said that the divine tree that lives in our heart and the last fruit have been protected from evil by the signets created by the ancient Winglies. The legend goes, when the signet is broken, the end of the world approaches. Just like the last fruit, we humans are one of the fruits given life by the divine tree. For the end of the world to be a mere legend, we must remove evil from our hearts and live in honesty. It is our mission as children of the divine tree. And they're like, cool, bye. So this is, we kind of heard a little bit about him. He's kind of the local, religious figurehead or whatever, as far as we can tell, anyways. All right, so here's Dart and the group. A divine tree. I've never heard of it. We still don't know what the We still don't know what the objectives are for Lloyd. Any information could be helpful. Oh, you must be travelers. Welcome to Daningrad. My name is Bishop Dill. I serve the divine tree. I'm Dart. This drawing is what you were talking about. Yes, it is, the divine tree. But this is what we imagine. Nobody has seen the real tree. Nonetheless, we believe in the divine tree. It is the source of life in harmony. Would you like to know more about the divine tree? Sure. Yes, please. Ooh. We're getting oh, we are.
The divine tree is the tree of life. All life comes from this divine tree. In the beginning, nothingness filled the world. Then the creator Soa descended from the sky. And his followers created the world. In the end, Soa sowed a seed on the earth. The seed soon grew to be a great tree. The great tree bore 108 fruits, and various life forms arose from the ripened fruits. Thus, 108 forms of life were created to fill the world with life. The divine tree completed its role, but the story says it is still protected by the signet of Soa.
Well, that was pretty cool. There's a few things I want to talk about there. We'll have to see what this conversation kind of leads to. It is like this. The world was established with a fate determined by Soa. God's tree sown by Soa, it is the divine tree. If you would like to find out more about this, you can go to the National Library. Is that the Milsiso National Library? I can step into the treasury of knowledge. I wonder if I'm capable of receiving all this incredible luck and still remain calm. No, I cannot. The treasure of knowledge is shining and calling me. Albert, are you okay? Let's go. Weirdly enough that, you know, like, this is the religious figurehead, doesn't recognize Albert. I feel like as the king of Serdio, he probably would have some, you know, people would know about him, like Albert, like this, you know, people probably by now know that the king has, like, left the country, so some random stranger appears and is called Albert, like, I don't know, as the figurehead, I'd be like, wait, are you the king, Albert? I mean, Albert is a common name, I guess, too, but yeah, I don't know. You know, you would think that they would know each other or something. Not sure. But yeah, so let's kind of talk about that. So the divine tree, it's kind of weird because now we're finding out all this extra lore stuff. You know, we haven't heard about the divine tree or even Soa at all, which kind of, I mean, you can kind of say, like, there's stories told around the world, like, you know, if I were to go, like, to, you know, China or whatever, there would be, like, stories and legends that they could tell me there that, you know, I wouldn't know from living in the United States, or the other way around. You know, someone from, like, China came over here, they would hear stories about stuff. So it kind of shows that the world is a little bit disconnected and they have their own, like, stories and stuff. But I also want to point out that, like, these stories are so common. Like, the Tree of Life is, like, one of those things that, specifically in JRPGs, I feel like pops up all the time. Like, even in Grandia, they never explicitly talk about it, but what does Gaia turn into in the very end? A giant tree, and it has, like, the glowy spirits come out, and it kind of, like, heals the land. Like, that's almost the same thing, right? And there's so many other, like, JRPGs specifically you can go around and have just, like, the Tree of Life, you know, that's just, like, a thing or whatever. So I don't know if we're gonna see this tree. I have no idea if this plays, like, really a significant role in what we're doing and stuff. But yeah, so there you go. Have a little, you know, look-see at some of the stories there. And it was 108. I wonder if that, like, you know, because 108 fruits is what the guy said, and that makes me think, like, is there like exactly 108 species on this planet? Like, it's humans, and then we fight like 107 enemy types or something. I mean, that would be kind of crazy, and I don't think that. I don't know. Maybe I don't think there's that many. Not that I've seen, anyways. Okay, I'm pressing the wrong button. But yeah, that would be. I don't know where they got 108. I don't know where that comes from. Night of Mistletoe. There's a ceremony going on. Please come another time. Okay, so we can't go in there. It is locked. That's right. We did try to go in there. Did we go in here? I think we did. Didn't we? I don't remember. I know we went into a couple of houses. Yes, we did. And that was the couple, that older couple. And then I was like, oh, there's only old people here. And then I go into the next house and it has children playing. And I literally felt so, I didn't say anything, but I felt so dumb. I was just like, great, there's all old people. And then there wasn't just old people. And I was like, okay. Okay, who's this guy? He has books. Oops. Guys, you know what it is? Because I've been on the same controller playing Elden Ring, and the buttons are all different. The button that I just pressed for the menu is the interact button, so it's like, it's just different. Do you like books too? Then go to the city's National Library. You can find any book there. Okay, someone direct me there, please. Because obviously that's what they're hinting at. Is it like this house? Is it... No, that's the healing place. That's not the... Oh, good. I don't know what to get. National Library. Where would we find that? Is it this? I don't know. It's a really little house. Oh, that's right. I was just married the other day. Yeah. David, they were newly wedded. Okay. Am I missing something? Because I went into all of the houses, and I am not allowed to go into... is that the library? This might be the library on the left here. And it's locked. This is the Mistletoe National Library. It's so boring. The castle is pretty, like a crystal, isn't it? They say the building was used by a now extinct species. Oh, okay. Winglies, maybe? Women are ruining this country. Queen Teresa and the 4 sacred sisters, all of them are women. Oh, running. Wait, what? I think I read ruining this country, but I think it said running. The 4 sacred sisters are the incarnation of the power of Queen Teresa. They're the symbols of the queen. Okay, so there's 4 sacred sisters. Is locked. Yeah, so that's locked. We can't go in there. And then this is where the kids were, right? So there's nothing for us here to do. I'm thinking maybe I have to talk to the guy again, the bishop or whatever. Maybe he has the key. You know, if he doesn't have the key, then I have a feeling I'm missing some kind of sequence somewhere that opens the library. Like I have to go back to the other town. What was the other town called? Can you let me in? The first step in the faith is to accept reality. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Maybe this guy has it. Hello. Oh, okay. Something happened. Oh, that's the librarian. Great. Who are you people? Do you realize that you're talking to librarian Ute? Uti? I don't know. Ute. I'm gonna say Ute. No, sorry. So what do you want? Have you interrupted my ceremony for no reason? I don't like stubborn old guys because I want to be an adorable old guy. I don't like stubborn old guys because I want to be an adorable... What does someone else being a stubborn old guy have to do with you being an adorable old guy? Did you say something? Please wait. We were told by Bishop Dill that there is a wonderful library here. If you want, you can just go to the library. Oh wait, I locked the door when I left. So could you open the door? I would love the opportunity to touch such treasures of intelligence. Alright, stop looking at me like that. I appreciate it. I'll let you in now. Okay. What was the ceremony? What was he doing? He's such a haughty guy. Don't say things like that. We have to do what we can until Lloyd shows up. That's true. He used a dragon and a dragoon in Sergio and in Tibero. He obtained the corporation of a Wingley. We don't know what he will do here. Well, he's probably a wingly himself. I don't know why they point out that Lennis is the only wingly around. He probably is a wingly himself. Because he used that... Remember, guys, he killed Lavitz with the dragon... What was it called? Dragon something? Like a dragon killing weapon that he had. And only winglies can wield it. So did Rose tell us anyways. So we don't know if that's true or what, but... Anyways, so here we are in the library. Look at all those books. This is incredible. This is the knowledge source of endiness. Go look for anything you want. It's like the local Google, guys. The entire wall is filled with books. Crap. That's a lot of books. Maybe we can find out something about mirages and the moon that never sets. Doesn't looking at these things all the time have an effect on you? It made me wise. Congo feels dizzy. Gigantos lose 2 books. Here's something about dragons. It also talks about dragoons too. We can say that the Serdian war was started from the dragoon spirit that was brought by Lloyd. Let's split up and look. Let's just do it. I guess I have to use my brain for the first time in a long time. Can Congo read human words? If Rose were here, she would tell us a lot. They will be back when they finish with their errands. We have to do what we can now. Okay, some of the dialogue, that's why I kind of unenthusiastically was reading this, because why, like the it was almost like an exclamation by Dart about like, oh, the war in Serdia was started because of the dragon. Why did he say that? It was so out of place. It didn't even feel like something that should be mentioned. Because it's literally like, Albert is like, oh look, I found a book on dragons and dragoons. And then Dart's like, well, the war was started. Well, I guess it does make sense in a little way, right? Because he's just like, well, I guess the war was started because he brought the dragon and dragoon spirits and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I mean, do you, like, even if the war hadn't been started by that, we're all dragoons. Like, we still want to find out what that, like, I feel like that's not the one and only motivation to read that book or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of weird, some of the dialogue. So, whatever. Yeah, so we're here in the library. I was gonna say something else, I forgot. Oops, wrong button again. I've been playing too much Elden Ring, guys. It is about winglies, I guess. You guess? Congo cannot read human characters. Congo looks pictures. Let me read it. Winglies are people with wings of light who employ magical power. They had their glory 11,000 years ago and had enormous magical their glory 11,000 years ago and had enormous magical power that could float colossal cities. City floats. Yes, it is unimaginable in the current world. They became extinct after the war with humans who were seeking their liberation. But Lennis, who oh, I thought that was Congo saying. But Lennis, who was a wingly, was alive. Besides, us dragoons are supposed to be only a legend. A legend does not necessarily tell the truth. Take a look at this picture. Humans and dragons. No, dragoons and dragons. What is this? Mirage manipulated by winglies. So weird. Again, that interaction, like, it's so weird because he's like, look at this picture. And then Congo's like, oh, it's humans and dragons. No, it's dragoons and dragons. What does it mean? And then Dart's like talking about winglies or something. And I'm like, that's what? I don't know. That's weird. It seems to be some kind of like translation thing. Also, I want to point out the whole, and this is something that I go back to, what was it? Was it Grandia where they kept on switching someone's name or something? They called it like one thing, called it something else. I just said it the other day. There was something that they pronounced it one way and then they pronounced it another way and then they kept on going back and forth. Was it not Angelo civilization, but the Icarians. Icarian, they kept on saying Icarian or Icarian or whatever, right? And it's like, they kept on going back and forth, and I'm like, I don't know how to say it. Here, the Virages, so they call it Virage, and they kept on, there was many instances where the plural, they kept on saying Virage. It's one Virage and then multiple Virage. He kept on saying, like, also Virage. Oh, there's another one of the Virage, like that. But then Shauna just said like, oh, maybe we'll learn something about virages. And then he just, again, in the book, there was something where he was just like, virage. It's like, okay, is it virages or virage? I don't know, it's kind of weird. Shauna, did you find out something? This book is talking about divine moon objects, but they're just divine objects from a legend to begin with. There are no details. If we can find out the meaning of the divine moon objects, we think we can find out what Lloyd wants. We think... Again, what? What happened? Like, what happened with the translations? Did they get, like, lazy? Because who says this? We think we can find out, like, why are you saying we? Like, I think. Okay, let me read the part I found. After the Dragon campaign, humans controlled the continent of Endiness and divided the continent into 4, and established 3 new countries. To the east, Serdio, to the south, Tibero, to the north, Milsiso, and to the west of the continent, the untouched land, the Death Frontier. Each country shared 3 divine objects inherited from the Winglies as proof of their alliance. The divine moon objects are said to conceal magical power, however their usage is unknown. Usage is unknown. His mystery must be hidden in there. I will look into it more. His being Lloyd, I guess. Again, weird. I don't know, the whole translation on this is like throwing me off. And this is also new stuff. Like I just talked in the last episode, I think it was in the last episode, where we looked at the map and I said like I don't know what all the stuff is to the left, right? So that's the Death Frontier apparently. Not sure what that is. All we've ever known that we have been told is that the world was split in 3. And now we hear of it like a 4th place. So it's never been mentioned before. Oh, sorry, I was just like, so yeah, so we hear of this other place, which I'm guessing we're gonna go to at some point as well. And yeah, and something about the divine moon objects. I love how we walk up this. Wait a minute, we walk up these? That's a ladder. You don't walk up the. I wish I could walk a ladder up, like just walk up on one. Hashel, this book talks about the Dragoons. The Dragoons from legend? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The heroes of the Dragon campaign. According to this, we're the first new Dragoons to come along since that time. Maybe. Dragoons are to be called when history requires them. When history requires them. Is that now? Lavitz was a Dragoon, and Graham, Dole, and Lennis too. Were their deaths necessary? That is what only history can tell. I, of course, don't know. However, it all started out from the Dragoon spirit that Lloyd brought. If Lloyd is a part of history that is necessary, then our journey seems to be dragged along by his fate. In spite of the fact that they were humans, the 7 heroes who led the Dragon campaign to victory 11,000 years ago crossed the sky and cast spells. After they fulfilled their roles, they vanished with the Dragoon spirits as if it were some unavoidable fate. This legend seems to be telling us that after this journey, we will vanish. Again, weird interaction, but yeah, so it's strange, right? Because the book says that like when, the Dragoons will appear when history needs them. But then it's like, Graham, which had the green Dragoon spirit, was there, and then we had who was the other person? They had Dole and Lennis, right? Where they were all holders of Dragoon spirits, and we kind of took those over after we defeated them. So it's like, were they part of such fate too? Did they was their fate to be defeated by us in order for us to get those Dragoon spirits and stuff? Like, is it all like woven into fate like that, or what's going on there? Are you done with your research? Not yet. It doesn't seem like it. Take your time. This is a marvelous place. It seems all the wisdom that humans can possibly know is here. I'm reading a book on politics now. This is very... Can you do politics after we take care of Lloyd? Yes, indeed. Now, let me read the portion that talks about dragons. According to this, dragons are the second most powerful species of all 107 creatures. Wasn't it 108 creatures given life by the divine tree. Their attacks and the life power overwhelm others. However, the creator, Soa, created a balance by reducing the dragon's intelligence. Therefore, they were to be controlled by humans with their wisdom. During the dragon campaign 11,000 years ago, they had fierce battles against Virages, manipulated by Winglies, and couldn't avoid being annihilated. But they weren't annihilated like the book says. True, and again, they're ruled by the Dragoons. I'll look for more. It led to the dragon campaign. What led to the dragon campaign? This thing? It led to the dragon campaign. What do you need? Are you acting superior? Are you acting superior again? Of course, I am superior. I prefer being ahead with girls over feeling superior. I don't care about those things. It seems you're interested in the dragon campaign. Winglies, divine moon objects, dragons, and dragoons. These all had something to do with the dragon campaign. Then Lloyd has something to do with the dragon campaign? The dragon campaign is my specialty. Maybe I can be of assistance. Tell me. We only know fragments. I see. This is the legend of the dragon campaign that I know. Ooh, we get another. Ooh, guys, we're getting a lot of stuff this episode. A lot of exposition.
There were 7 Dragoon warriors in the legend of the dragon campaign. Dragoons, reputed to be the incarnation of dragons. With dragons at their side, the Dragoons fought boldly. However, in the age when the legend was reality, the Winglies dominated all, even the gods. The gods answered to dictator Melbu Frama's prayers and granted him ultimate power. But the power was abused. The earth of Saint Imperial Gloriano was scorched by the gods' fire and became ashen. The anger and sadness of the people was fuel for the Dragoons' cause. Then at last they freed the gods. Without the gods' power, the Winglies perished, and our age, the human age, began. Thereafter, the gods floated in the sky. For 11,000 years, they have been looking over the world as the moon that never sets.
This is all very, like, it's getting really crazy on all this stuff, guys. That is the story. Did you find out something related to Lloyd? Oh well, that's unfortunate. You're already here, so you might as well check the reference room upstairs. Are there more books? No, it contains the historical material of Milsaso. For other people, it may seem to be mere trash, however. However, for our country, they are all historic objects. That is something left by the Black Monster that brought an inferno down on this country. The Black Monster? It has already been 18 years. It is surprising a young man like you knows about it. I was born in Neat. God, are you a survivor from the village? That was the village, guys. I forgot the name last episode. I was like, I don't remember. Neat. Alright, we're going up here. Interesting. So, again, they were mentioning names, and I couldn't really pick them up. But apparently, the gods were providing power to the Winglies, and the Winglies kind of, like, abused that power, and then even, like, I don't know, were like acting as gods, I guess, or whatever, and like abused the power and like scorched the earth, and then that kind of fueled the dragon campaign, and then that's when humans fought back with the power of dragons and stuff. And so this, again, I pressed the wrong button. Oh my god, is this gonna be happening the whole time? Okay, I want to read this. Beginning and ending of the dragon campaign. It is wall painting with the theme of the dragon campaign. So I think this is what we just saw in the video. That was like kind of the painting on the wall. What does this say? Depiction of Dragoons. These are Dragoons during the Dragon campaign. Okay. Is that the Tree of Life? It seems like a painting of the Divine Tree. Yeah, so the Divine Tree, again, they were like 107, but it's like 108. Didn't they say 108? So I'm like, I'm kind of confused. The Saint Luvia, I've seen this somewhere. So this, oh, okay, so this right here, the Saint Luvia, I've seen this somewhere. That is the Phantom ship that we're on right here. This is a depiction of the Phantom ship. And, you know, I guess you're supposed to, because that's why we're like, I've seen this somewhere. Like, yes, we were on this ship. Of course, it was a Phantom ship, but this is the depiction of when before it was one. Before it was that. Stone plate of people with wings. It must be with the Winglies. Yeah. So there's a Wingly depicted on there, and then we have this. Relics from Neat, the Tragic Village. I'll call it Neat. I don't know. It might be Nate. I don't know. This is the stained glass of the church in Neat. Do you remember seeing this? Yes, faintly, but I do remember. It was recent. It was really a monster. These are the only things that survived the Black Flame. Do you know anything about what happened to Neat back then? Any survivors, or? I know only one. Who's that? The second sacred sister of Milsoso, Sister Luana. It seems you don't know her. However, I can tell you a little about the Black Monster. There is a legend about the Black Monster and the Moonchild. Would you like to hear it? Yes. So again, to kind of recap, every 108 years, again, we get the number 108, which that was like the number of the fruit, and then they just said 107. I don't know if they were like excluding maybe the Winglies in that earlier thing, and that's why they were saying 107 or something like that. I'm not sure. But every 108 years, a Moonchild descends from the moon. And we kind of know now that apparently the moon is like the embodiment of the gods. That's also a thing that we just heard in the cutscene. So a Moonchild, so I'm guessing like, I don't know, in my head, and again, I don't know if this is true or not, but in my head I'm thinking like the Moonchild must be like some kind of like, you know, demigod or something, or maybe even a god, you know, if it gets like, if it's directly from the moon and from the gods there, right? But apparently instead of getting a Moonchild the last 108 years, I don't know exactly. Again, they don't really tell you like when the 108 are over. Like, does that only happen once? Because they said instead of getting a Moonchild this time around, we got the Black Monster, and it's like, okay, that happened 18 years ago. So was 18 years ago the 108 years like they were over, or what happened? Like, I don't know. So maybe we'll find out more, but I'm thinking like 18 years ago was when the 108 years were like over, and then we got, you know, whatever, and instead of getting the Moonchild, we got a Black Monster, which ended up destroying a lot of the countryside. So let's hear about those two things. Yes, please. Maybe we'll find out some stuff. It is ironic, but the people who visit the church in Neat pray for their own happiness by looking at the stained glass, which shows the legend of the Black Monster and the Moonchild. Oh god, we get another? Jesus, why are they cramming all the cinematics?
Why did the gods create him? The Black Monster. He appears in various legends as a demon who rebels against and devours the gods. An evil plague that rejects peace in the world. The god that is the moon that never sets. The moon that never sets glows red every 108 years. It is a sign that a herald will be sent to Earth. The herald is known to us as the Moonchild. The legend says the Moonchild revives the gods on Earth and purifies the world. The Black Monster abhors, hates, and despises it, and kills the Moonchild. This sad karma is endless. This god stays forever in the sky, and the world is in never-ending chaos.
Again, so confusing, some of the stuff. I don't know if I'm looking at it like in a too technical standpoint. And I don't want to nitpick. Oh, meanwhile in Neat. Okay, so this is the village of Neat. Ooh, look, it's Rose. Nothing has changed. Am I hesitating? It's silly. Ooh, we're playing as Rose. Awesome, cool. Let's kind of talk about this. So again, it's a little confusing to me, and I don't know if I'm like not grasping some of the stuff, because they're saying, so now the story has changed from every 108 years it's the Moonchild and the black monster that come down. Before we were told that it's like, it's supposed to be always the Moonchild, but this time around it was the black monster. I'm pretty sure that's how they put it. Like way early on in the story. Again, it might have been that they don't know the legends, and only in Milsa do they really know the legends. Which is totally fine. I mean, that's something that, you know, whatever, we can overlook, right? But then it's like, they say that the black monster always kills the Moonchild, and it's like an endless cycle of that happening, where like the Moonchild comes and cleanses the gods on Earth or whatever, and then gets killed by the black monster, and then for 180 years kind of like, I guess everything becomes corrupted again, and then 108 years later it comes back to purify the Earth again or something. I'm guessing is what the whole idea here is. But then there's talking about like how the moon that never sets is just one god. It's not all of the gods. It's just one god that always stays in the sky, and that's like the embodiment of the black monster too. I don't know. It's really weird. Like it's very strange. They're like mixing all these things together, and I don't know if I'm not grasping it right, but I feel like a lot of it is probably just like, oh, these legends. Mother, I'm back. What? Who said that? Oh, there's people here. Okay. Oh, this is sacred. I'm guessing the one that's kneeling. Mother, it's been a while since the tragic day. I lost my sight. I'm able to see today thanks to the love of many people like Sedi here. May the divine tree bless all the victims of the tragedy. Who is it? I didn't mean to surprise you. You are just a traveler. Please don't be alarmed. There are people of Neat and my mother sleeping here. Are you here to visit the grave too? I guess so. Then you know about Neat. Oh? Are we gonna get more? Whoa, what's happening? Maybe we're cutting back to the rest of the group. Neat 18 years ago. Never mind. So this is when the black monster, right there, you can see it, the black monster was attacking Neat, burning the whole place down. And Luana is the only survivor. Where is Princess Luvia? I will never tell you. He uses black flames, okay. I can't see, Mom, I'm scared. Don't come. Where's Princess Luvia? Where did you hide the Moonchild? We don't know. What kind of spitefulness do you have toward our village? You want to die with your daughter? Mom, I'm scared. Princess Luvia left for the sea. This must be enough to satisfy you. Now leave this village. The chance to eliminate the Moonchild comes only once every 180 years. It's the time of birth when the moon glows a blood color. The newly born Moonchild has a magic power. That magic power changes everyone around into an evangelist for the god, a servant to help prepare for the descending of the god. My objectives will not be satisfied until I kill every person who was present as the Moonchild passed through. Mom? Mom, answer me. It's hot, it's burning. Mom. Mom. It was a miracle that I survived. I see. Then you were blinded back then? Yes, however, the god imparted me with something else. Oh, this is the 4 Sacred Sisters CD. Sister Luana can see people's souls. But she can feel their pain too. Because of this, Sister Luana has suffered. Now I can appreciate this power that I have because it allows me to heal the pain in people's hearts. If you need to heal the pain in your heart, please tell me. I can help you. That's not necessary. By the way, are you done? Yes, I will go back to Leningrad soon. May I join you? Even if you are with knights, the forest is filled with dangerous monsters. I can protect you from them. I see. Then I'll ask you to come with us. And they're like, oh, let's go, guys. We've been replaced. It's fine. We're getting so much exposition, so much information. Oh my good god. Now we're going to home of Meru. Okay, we came through a portal or something? What was that sound? It's been a long time. I wonder if everyone's doing alright. I wonder if they feel lonely without me. Wow. Hey, watch out! Who's this coming through the boundary? Who are you? Not knowing me. Meru? Is that you, Meru? Guaraha? Guaraha. Whoa! A Wingly, guys! Long time no see. You look great. Do you think I'm really great? How could you leave without telling me? Where have you been? Hey, I came all the way back here. You don't need to yell at me. Aren't you happy to see me? I'm very happy to see you. But leaving the forest is our taboo. You left the forest, so I don't know if everybody else in the forest will forgive you, Meru. Who cares about taboos? Everybody in this forest? And the humans outside? Both of us are living in the same world. How can we have... how come we have to draw a line and lock ourselves in like this? That's what I want to know. I've been living in this forest forever. I wish I knew. I'm gonna ask the ancestor. I won't ask you anymore. Alright, so... Wingly, I have been waiting for you, Meru. Hey, lighten up, okay? So we're somewhere in a forest somewhere, and it has a boundary. That's where we came. This looks like a boundary that we walked through. All right, we're going up this way. Oh, that's cool. We get teleported. All right, this is cool. We're getting so much stuff this episode. It's a city of Winglies, guys. What? Oh my god, it's a city of Winglies. I'm home. Oh god, everyone's like, oops, it seems I'm not that welcome. It's Meru. Meru's back. This is my home. I can come home anytime. Such selfishness is not tolerated. There's no place to come home to or something, Meru, but that's true. You're the younger Bardal. You're the black sheep of the proud Winglies. How dare you shamelessly come back? Elder Bardal. I thought you were satisfied with your decadent human life, weren't you? Bardal, what are you talking about? Go back to the humans. And wait there for the moment we destroy the humans. Stop it. The ancestor. You left the forest on your own volition. How come you came back? I just wanted to see everybody. Leaving the forest is an unforgivable mortal sin. Didn't you know that when you left for the world of humans? As well as that, you could never come back here. Yes, I did, but it's strange. The world is 100 times bigger than this forest. There are, of course, bad humans, but there are many good humans too. You never met them and you shouldn't hate them. There are people who hate and detest humans just because they are humans, but their number is few. We just want to protect our life, that's all. Humans have always been afraid of the magic power of Winglies. The fear eventually turns itself into a need to tyrannize us and take some action, either to subjugate or kill Winglies. That's why we need our own world, like this forest, where humans cannot enter. Go back to the other world. Your existence angers the others. I understand. I'll leave. Meru? Mother! Leave the girl alone. Father, you must be kidding. That's the rule. We're going. Mother, father. It must be hard for you, but you must go back, Meru. Get out of the forest at once. Aww, look at Meru. Aww, it's so sad. But there's a save point, so we're gonna come back here at some point, guys. I think that was plainly obvious. Okay. Alright, so, we're leaving. Guara, huh? What are you doing? Quiet. I want to talk between just the two of us. It seems you received a horrible welcome. It's nothing to me. Stop talking though. Stop talking though. Stop talking tough. Meru, it was just bad timing. Everybody's feeling tense lately. Is that my fault too? No, recently the earth is surging. Don't you feel it, Meru? I've been feeling it a little. The animals in the forest are acting savage. This must be the cause. But what is this? Ancestor Blano said that it is an omen of a dragon coming back to life. And it is not the usual one. Even our ancestors, who had much stronger magic power, couldn't defeat it. Well, what kind of dragon is that? It's the strongest dragon of all. The king of dragons with 7 magical eyes. The divine dragon. Divine dragon? The ancestor says that the seal has half dissolved. That's why everybody's nervous. But we have a dragon buster and a dragon block staff. Don't we? The sword for killing dragons, the dragon buster, has been lost. It wasn't me. We know because it was hidden with the staff in a place that only the ancestor could open. And the talk you wanted between just the two of us is about the dragon? That too, but what I really wanted to tell you is something else. Meru, don't leave me. I want you to be at my side. I can protect you if everybody opposes you. You're kind as always, but if you do, you will be hated as well. I gotta go. Everybody's waiting for me. You have friends? They're all cool. They show me and teach me many things. Ciao. Meru. Aww. So that was her childhood friend. We've heard about her, oh. My God, we're getting so much stuff, guys. And in a matter of one episode, we got 3 cinematics. We got a whole bunch of story. We get all this background on all this stuff. It's crazy. I feel like chapter 2 wasn't like this at all. That's insane. All the stuff we've been hearing about now. What are you going to do? Are you going to pursue that man, Lloyd? When you get time, go visit Neat. You cannot change the past, however you can face it. By facing it, maybe you can find out where you're from and where you want to go. I guess he wasn't just a snob. That's true. I think it was pretty cool. But we have to wait for Rose and Meru, who are probably going to arrive right now. Oh, what's going on? Is anything wrong? No, I just felt a little shiver, that's all. I feel something is wrong. The music has stopped. Okay, I'm like, I feel something is wrong. So, okay, so much, guys. So, oh my god. Meru is a wingly, okay? Never revealed this to us. We never know. Like, we never knew this, right? Oh, I gotta, you know, if I have to fight, I'm definitely not gonna use these guys. So let's save again. Oh my god, so much stuff going on, guys. You know, I have issues with pacing on this stuff. So chapter 2 was like, there was a lot of something going on, but like a lot of nothing also, right? We kept on like chasing Lennis for like 90% of that chapter. And it ended with us defeating her and stuff. There was a lot of like back and forth and stuff. And we didn't get a lot of, we got like one cinematic for the Phantom ship or whatever. And that wasn't really important. But again, so this kind of ties into it. So the Black Monster, okay, and this is me drawing the connection. This is, I don't actually know this, and this might be a spoiler to people, but I think I've kind of like, you know, anyone that kind of thinks about this for a little bit, they can kind of figure it out. So I'm pretty sure that Shauna is the Moonchild. There's a lot of evidence now, right? Because way early on in the beginning, there was that little, they used that little moon gem or whatever, like the commander that we never faced, right? Remember that guy that was in the Black Castle that was like, he was the like big commander dude or whatever, and he was like, oh yeah, just defeat the Emperor. We never really get an interaction with him, but he was like, in the very first cinematic when we started the game, he was like the main guy in that cinematic. And then Lloyd was there too. He was a cloak guy, right? So, yeah, but he used that, like, I guess the moon gem or moon something. He used some kind of thing to like find out something about Shauna. And then Shauna has a connection with the moon. We know this. And then also the ship that we saw, which was the like Luvia, the, what do they call it, the Saint Luvia or something was the ship. That was where the Princess Luvia was on, and Princess Luvia left from Neat to go onto the sea on the ship, right? And the Black Monster attacked Neat, then found out from Luana's mother that the Moonchild was on the ship. Then and apparently the Moonchild, so we went onto the Phantom ship, and on the Phantom ship there was a picture of someone or something, and it reminded us of someone, and it was, you know, I drew that connection like maybe it's Shauna, because Shauna was confused on the ship as Princess Luvia. People were like, oh, you know, all the ghosts on there were like, oh, Princess Luvia, you have returned, or whatever, right? And they were like protecting her and stuff. So the connection is there that obviously this is like Princess Luvia, and she is the Moonchild. Like, I think this is pretty apparent if you like put all the pieces together. Then Meru is a Wingly. The Winglies are not extinct, but they went into hiding inside of the forest, inside of a magical barrier. Then I will point out that the Dragon Buster was the sword I was talking about. That was the sword that Lloyd used to kill Lavitz, and only the Ancestor had access to where the staff that blocks dragon magic or whatever, and the sword that kills dragons was placed or whatever. And I guess Lloyd must have stolen the Dragon Buster. That's where he got it from. Mary doesn't know that Lloyd has the Dragon Buster. No one has mentioned this to her, so it's not like she could have drawn the connection. So she didn't know that Lloyd had it. And yeah, so a lot of stuff, guys. There's so much going on. And then we see the dragon awakening. The dragon with like one eye, but they talked about the divine dragon who had 7 eyes. And obviously, I think we can draw the connection that has to do with like all 7 dragoons being gathered together. So I don't know if that is the divine dragon, but it's some kind of dragon. It's in a fiery volcano somewhere, and it just awakened, and it's ripped itself from its shackle. You know, it's always so weird when they show things in games and even movies and stuff. They show something shackled up, but then it's always like they get out of their chains and shackles. They just like rip them off, and I'm like, why were they there in the first place if they can't actually hold the being? Like, it's one of those weird things to me where I'm like, that never makes sense, but it's something very common. And then I don't know, something happened to Dart, and he was like out of breath or something, and then Albert was like, I feel something is wrong, and like apparently we as dragoons are now feeling the dragon awakening, maybe, or something like that. Not sure, but we should be going to Neat, right? That was the thing. And Rose is leaving Neat right now, and then Meru is in the forest. So I think that's where we have to make our way. I want to say there's a ceremony going on. Okay, yeah. So I think I'm gonna end the episode here, guys, because it's a perfect time, and I don't want to like get into more. We have gotten so much exposition and so many, you know, like so many just stories and stuff. I really wish we would have gotten some of these in episode or in chapter 2. Oh, okay, there they are. Rose, did you find out anything about Lloyd? No, there's no trace yet. I just happened to meet them. This is Luana and Seti. Excuse me, but you had some changes in your body recently. Okay, what are you talking about? Sister Luana, Sister Seti. Town dweller. Thank you, Sister Luana. Now I can walk outside. How can I thank you? It is fine. That is what we, the Sacred Sisters, are for. I would like to talk to you. Can we go someplace else? Okay, so Albert wants to talk in private, I guess? Oh, yeah, so. You are the renowned Sacred Sisters of Mil Sasso, Sister Luana and Sister Seti. It is my pleasure to meet you. It is my pleasure to meet the heroes who defeated the Sea Dragon in Elissa Bay. I was really lucky to follow her from Neat. Sister Luana, I heard about you from Librarian Yute. We have something in common. We're survivors of Neat, so you went through that tragedy. Do you remember anything about other survivors, or the whereabouts of the Black Monster, or anything? What I remember is only the sound of terror. I'm sorry, I don't think I can help you. I see, but it's okay. The fact that somebody survived that tragedy means I can have hope that continuing my journey will someday lead to the Black Monster. I'm with you too. Oh, does this mean you went to Neat too, Rose? I told you, I just happened to be there. Sister Luana, what about the health of Mr. Dart? Yes, what do you mean the unusualness of my body? I see that you people have strong powers, a power that is beyond humans. It seems that the source of your power is in turmoil. Another power that has influence over you is anticipating the liberation. That is what I see. That is all I can tell. If it confuses you more, please forgive me. Oh, what's going on? Oh no, Sister Luana! This is the answer to your question. You may find out the truth about the entity that has influence over you now. War is not in human nature. Humans fight by making themselves enter insanity. It is the same for revenge. This is a tool to amplify the insanity. And this insanity is the source of the power of Dragoons, the Dragon Knight. Someday something will happen, and if you cannot chasten your insanity, I wonder if you will be able to endure it, given the meagerness of your spirit. Dart? I'm fine. Who is that? I guess it must be just a random traveler. Uh-oh. There it is, that dragon that awakened. That's a big dragon too, holy crap. No one saw this before it like went right over at, ooh. So weird. Oh my god, another cinematic, guys. Holy crap. Anger or animosity towards humans are all things. Or all things. Hey, buddies. Oh my god, could it be? The arrival of the one who glares through 7 diabolic eyes and who crosses the sky with 7 wings. It's trouble. It's the king of dragons, the divine dragon. The legend was true. The king of dragons, sealed by the long-gone Winglies, rests in the ground of Milsaso. Once it awakens again, it shall bring terror to the world. Again, we're facing a dragon. What are you people? We are the Dragoons. We are the Dragon Knights who have the power to rule dragons. Dragoons, the legendary Dragon Knights. That is the reason why I feel strong power in you. But why did the Dragoons come to this country? Is it because of that dragon? No, we're here to pursue our man. Pursue a man. He's a sneaky, dangerous man, even for those with the strength of us Dragoons. What did that man do? He engaged in secret maneuvers during the Serdian War and formed a conspiracy for a coup d'etat in Tibero. Is he going to bring evil to Milsaso? So? Question mark, not period. Oh, is that the dragon? Please see Queen Teresa. It seems that we need the power of you Dragoons. Alright, the team is back together, baby. I don't know why she's still so weak. I don't know what's going on there. I really want to... Again, I do want to use Meru, but... She's just really weak. Can I heal here? Oh, I still don't have any money. That was the problem. I never had money to actually stay anywhere. Oh, crap. That's okay, whatever. That's fine. Alright guys, so we're gonna end it here. This is a very, very interesting episode. A lot of stuff has happened. So that is the divine dragon that flew overhead. I guess it must be hanging around somewhere. And we're now talking to the queen, who's the ruler of Deningrad and pretty much the country of Milsaso, to figure out what we can do to stop the dragon, right? And yeah, super interesting stuff, right? I think we're really getting into the like interesting stuff here, where it's all kind of coming together a little bit, and I think they're kind of throwing all this expositional stuff into it so we can, I don't know, I feel like they left a lot of blanks that they're trying to fill now, and that's why we got 4 cinematics, guys, in 1 episode. That's crazy. But yeah, so we'll talk about some of the stuff more in the next episode. Again, my name is Arali. I do stream here on Twitch, or on YouTube, whoops, on YouTube as well as Twitch, every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we go until about midnight, unless I have a bunch of people watching and you guys want me to keep going, I will go longer. And I do all kinds of stuff, guys. I play Elden Ring, like I said. I'm currently doing comparison streams for Guild Wars 1 and 2, kind of comparing the 2 games together at the same time. And I'm doing some you know, other stuff like challenges on there, and a bunch of other things that I'm going to be doing, and I'm working on some videos as well. So, you know, a bunch of different things. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate if you could do that. And then also, if you could hit that like button, I would really appreciate that as well. But other than that, that's going to be it for me for today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.